Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a continuation of our procurement activity. This is the second part. So in the morning, we conducted the opening of bids for several civil work projects, including goods and services as well as consultancy. So for this afternoon, we will be having the private conference for 10 civil work projects. So to formally start, I request Sir Larry to please check the attendance, sir. And please likewise recognize our prospective leaders.
Okay, so from our Bids and Awards Committee, we have Attorney Eric Kevin Delon, Chief of the Rowell as our Vice Chairperson. Attorney Mary Queen R. Moki, Chief Administrative Division Member.
Present.
Engineer Isabella C. Gingab Jr., Chief Construction Division Member.
Present.
Engineer Rosalinda T. Salvatierra, Chief Maintenance Division Member. And Engineer Bernard T. Calabazaro, Chief QAHD Member. And Engineer Cecil M. Santos, OIC of the Planning and Design Division Member. Mr. Vice Chair, as to the attendance of the members of the Bids and Awards Committee, there exists a quorum.
Okay, there will be a quorum. I now call this procurement activity to order. We put into record that our chairperson, the person of AID Edit, is attending an equally important meeting. So I was instructed to preside this private conference. Please proceed, Sir Larry.
Okay, so from our technical working group, we have Engineer David R. Hidalgo, Engineer 4 of the Equipment Management Division. Engineer Harold A. Alvarez, Engineer 2 also of the Equipment Management Division. Ma'am Adelus L. Capasilio, Accountant 4 of the Finance Division. Engineer Elmer E. Escobar, Engineer 4 of the Construction Division. Engineer Joel D. Bossi, Engineer 4, QAHD. Engineer James George D. Antonio, Engineer 3, QAHD. Engineer Mia Sandra J. Lemu, Engineer 2 of the Construction Division. And Attorney Marianina Clayna G. Simpson, Attorney 4 of the From the Box Secretariat, Charles Crowley. We also have with us Engineer Armando N. Kapugawan, Engineer 4 of the Maintenance Division. Engineer Baby Jane A. Yara Pasqua, and Engineer Cristel Capello. From the Mr. Vice Chair, also with us are from the Design and Planning Division, headed by Engineer Edwin Galano, OIC Engineer 4, Architect Donna Marceliano, and Engineer Raymond Angula. Also with us, Mr. Vice Chair from the Field Health, headed by retired Brigadier General Llewellyn Arvinson, sir. With him are the following: Sir Jonathan Paralag, Ma'am Elsa Dinarao, Sir Buddy De Jesus, and Sir Gabriel Arce. Also in attendance are representatives from prospective bidders. First, we have Engineer Franz Joseph Ugaban of EGB Construction Corporation, Sir Gian Andrew Carlos of TS Construction, and Sir Lucas Pari Jr. of LCPJ Construction. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair.
Okay, thank you, Sir Larry. So once again, to the members of the BAC Technical Working Group, first from the Office of the BAC Secretariat and from the representative of the Field Health, headed by General Pinasoy, sir. And to our prospective bidders, magandang hapon po, tanghali sa ating lahat. So, the purpose of this private conference is for us to discuss in detail the projects to be procured. And if there will be issues and concerns while we are presenting this, this is the right time for us to raise this up, especially from our prospective bidders, para po masettle natin yan. So, kung there will be changes, we will be issuing the required bid bulletin or supplemental bid bulletin. So to start, we first start with contract ID 23B00081. This is the construction of the proposed field health regional office 2 building. The details of which will be presented by, I request Ma'am Cecil, Chief, please present this particular contract.
Good afternoon to everyone. Our first contract is the proposed field health regional office 2, PRO2 building, with a contract ID of 23B00081, located at the Regional Government Center, Sur to Bigel City, Cagayan, and it will be implemented by DPWH Regional Office number 2. Funding source is the Field Health Corporate Operating Budget, CY 2023. Its ADC is 270,075,569 pesos and 39 centavos. For the scope of work, there will be provision of facilities of the engineer, provision of other general requirements. First is the permits and clearances, provision of project billboards or signboards, occupational health and safety program, mobilization and demobilization, geotechnical investigation. For the civil works components, this will comprise clearing and grubbing, excavation and embankment works, site development, reinforced concrete works, soil moistening works, masonry works, provision of aluminum frame glass doors and windows, steel windows and doors, carpentry and joinery works, provision of wooden paneled doors, glazed and glazed, synthetic granite and carpet floor tiling works, masonry and concrete, wood and steel painting works, structural steel and metal roofing works, glass fiber reinforced concrete cladding panels, tempered glass with a thickness of 10 mm, provision of storm drainage and catch basins, sewer and cold water line works, provision of plumbing fixtures, construction of septic vault or tank, concrete and CHD, provision of electrical devices and accessories, auxiliary system, network cabling, CCTV system, public address system, provision of door access and card reader system, generator, single or three-phase or standby, provision of grounding system, ventilating system, automatic fire sprinkler system, service elevator, and fire alarm system. The contract duration is 720 calendar days, inclusive of the networking days of 535 calendar days, predetermined unworkable days of 48 calendar days, and 137 calendar days for Sundays and holidays, for a total of 722 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, pickup license will be required with a price range of at least should be. For the single largest completed contract, bidders should have completed a contract on major category of works with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ATC, which is 135,037,784 pesos and 69 of the contract. For the major category of work on buildings, it will be on construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 story. For similar categories of work on buildings, construction of piles, high-rise, concrete frame, casting plate piles, and construction of piles, low-rise, concrete frame, casting plate piles. Another is the construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, cement piles. Another also under buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, cement piles. And then construction without piles, high-rise, concrete frame. For industrial plant, low-rise, high-rise, and medium-rise. For the work experience requirements for the key personnel, we have for the project manager, we shall have a minimum years of 5 minimum years of total work experience in the same position, and the minimum years of similar experience in the same position, 5 years. For 3 years, I'm sorry. For the project manager, we have a engineer, about 5 years, minimum years of total work experience in the same position, and a minimum of 3 years of similar experience for the same position. The materials engineer shall be accredited materials engineer too, and must be compliant with PWHDO 98 series of 2016. Revised guidelines for the accreditation of contractors and all the materials engineer. For the quality engineer or surveyor, it should have a minimum of 3 years of total work experience in the same position, and a minimum of 2 years of similar experience in the same position. For a foreman, we have a minimum of 5 years of total work experience, and minimum of 3 years of similar experience in the same position. For the mechanical engineer, we must have a 5 years, minimum years of total work experience, and a minimum of 3 years of similar experience. For the electrical engineer, we must have also a minimum of 3 years of total work experience in the same position, and a minimum of 3 years of similar experience in the same position. This is also true for the sanitary engineer or master plumber. For the electronics communication engineer, must have a 3 years, minimum years of total work experience in the same position, and a minimum of 2 years of similar experience on the same position. The safety officer must be accredited by for the minimum major equipment requirement for the dump truck, the number of required units is 2, with the capacity of 12 cubic yards. For the big order, 1 unit of 1.5 cubic meter, the backhoe solar 220 LC plus 3, 1 unit of flip compactor, the capacity of 400-500 gasoline engine, 1 motorized load grader, 1 vibratory loader, ST 100 PC, with a capacity of 10 tons, one water trunk or pump with a capacity of 16,000 liters, two concrete vibrators, one concrete slider, one concrete pump, one bar cutter with a capacity of 30 mm maximum rebar diameter for single phase, and one bar bender with a capacity of 32 millimeter maximum rebar diameter for three phase. One bagger mixer was required with a capacity of 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. One welding machine gas or diesel driven with a capacity of 300 amperes. One bagger mixer, one cutting outfit, one truck mounted crane with a capacity of 31 to 35 metric tons. One truck mounted crane with a capacity of 21 to 25 metric tons. One portable grinder, two jackhammers, one air compressor, one electric gear drill, one generator set, 20 kVA. Okay, all these materials, testing equipment are in accordance with CO 11 series of 2017.
Okay, so before we proceed to the requirement as per bidding documents, do you have any question from the back? Technical working group? From our prospective bidders, may tanong po ba kayo dun sa na-present ni Ma'am Cecil? Particularly to the requirements of manpower as well as the equipment, as well as the minimum record experience. May question po kayo? To inform our prospective bidders that failure to comply with this, assuming that this will be adopted without any change, it is a ground for disqualification. May question? Yes, sir?
Sir, allowed po yung joint venture.
Yes. So our question is, sir, is do we allow joint venture for this particular contract? Yes. Yes, sir. Allow po joint venture for as long as you comply with the requirements of joint venture.
Yes, sir. Just to clarify, sir, yung joint venture between AAA and category C, but the category C has the allowed single largest project.
Sir Larry, any comment from that? Okay, so according to Sir Larry, any of the members of the joint venture, pwede lang yung SLCC.
Thank you, sir.
Kahit isa lang po. In fact, that's the reason for having a joint venture. Kung wala ka sa experience, you look for another contractor who is capable.
Yes.
Basta make sure to comply with the requirements like the presence of the joint venture agreement as well as the special people license for joint venture.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? And since na-open na po yung single largest completed contract, can we, yes, i-check natin yung minimum amount, how much is the required single largest completed contract. Okay, so the total amount is 135,037,784 pesos and 59.5 centavos. So that's the minimum single largest completed contract for you to be eligible to bid. So this is not po a combination of two or more contracts, no? This comprises only of one single completed contract of the major category. Okay. Okay, ito po, paki-check na lang po ito, major category of work as well as the similar categories of work. And we would like to remind our prospective bidders to please enroll sa CWA, sa enrolled sa CWA. If ever na hindi po kayo enroll, you are still allowed to join, but you need to submit all of the required technical as well as the technical, legal, as well as the financial requirements for meeting. Any other questions? Or point of clarification? Sa key personnel po, as to the required minimum experience for total work experience as well as the similar experience for the same position. Yes, ma'am.
Manager, yung sa material engineer, Bernard.
Pinapanina din naman din sa URNT increase.
Kasi ko rin kasi mas public of sector for the accredited material.
Okay. As to the equipment, wala pong question. Okay, hearing that, so we now proceed to the requirements of meeting documents as well as the documents to be submitted by our prospective leaders to be presented by Attorney Green.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. So for the technical and financial requirements, the first envelope or the technical proposal shall include the eligibility requirements which must be updated in the DPWH Civil Works Registry, the bid security, the project requirements which include the organizational chart for the contract to be bid, the list of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification and experience data, the list of contractors, construction, and laboratory equipment pledged to the contract supported by proofs of ownership or lease agreement, and the omnibus sworn statement. So for registration in the DPWH Civil Works application, if the bidder is not enrolled in the CWA, the bidder must submit its Class A and Class B documents, excluding the 5 Class A documents covered by the field jobs registration certificate. If the bidder is enrolled in the CWA, it should update the pertinent documents in the CWA through the contractor profile application in the DPWH website. For the bid security, the bid validity period shall be 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids, and the bid security validity period shall be 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bid security shall include a bid securing declaration or at least one other form as enumerated below, the cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, a bank draft or guarantee or revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank equal to 2% of the ATC, or a surety bond callable on demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security equal to 5% of the ATC. So that's for the first envelope. For the second envelope or the financial proposal, it shall contain the bid form indicating the total bid price and contract duration, the bill of quantities with bid prices, the detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, and the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. So during bid evaluation for RA 9184, the bank shall evaluate the financial proposal using non-discretionary criteria including arithmetical corrections for computational errors and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid with bid price which exceeds the ATC. So the following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. As to completeness, no price in the report item shall be considered non-complying, indicating a 0 or a dash shall be considered free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the report items in the bidding documents including where applicable, BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. For the arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, the latter prevails. And if the bid is above ABC, it shall be considered non-compliant. And during cost qualification, the legal requirements shall be verified. That includes the licenses, certificates, permits, and it shall also be ascertained that the bidder is not included in the blacklist of contractors provided by the DPWH and the GPT. Other technical requirements shall be verified, including the compliance of single largest completed contract similar to the contract being procured, the competence and experience of the key personnel to be assigned to the project, and the availability of the major equipment units pledged to the project, and failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific location with their own lease or under purchase agreement shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per Department Order number 58 series of 2012. And the bid security, the authenticity of the bid security shall also be verified. And also the performance in its ongoing projects. No negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract. No negative slippage of at least 10% in 2 or more contracts. And failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies, or failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures, or no substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or no unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection, or no liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor, and also the results of the contractor's performance evaluation system. So take note that for Department Order number 9, series of 2012, if proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. This certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid, and also to be verified during post qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any piece of the equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. So reminders on the dates of submission of clarification shall be 10 days before submission of bids, which shall be on November 21, 2023 until 10 a.m. Submission of bids may be done manually or electronically. So manual submission shall be at the Procurement Conference Room, 4th floor, DPWH Regional Office 2, Extension Building 2, Regional Government Center, Garden Sur, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Electronic submissions may be sent to electronic bids _R2 at dpwh.gov.ph. So bidders are required to submit only one original copy sealed in an envelope. For the date and date of opening of bids, also on November 21, 2023, after the deadline of receipt of bids, at the Procurement Conference Room, 4th floor, DPWH Regional Office 2, Extension Building 2, Regional Government Center, Calyx Sur, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. And please take note that bidding documents and plans may be downloaded from the PhilJet and the DPWH website. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair.
Okay, thank you, Chris. So before we proceed to the next contract, may mga questions po tayo dun sa present, particularly dun sa technical eligibility requirements of the prospective bidders. We can go over it once again just to make sure that naintindihan mo natin yung mga ito. Yung omnibus work statement should be based on the updated format.
Digital contractors, construction and laboratory equipment text to the contract. Please, for the contractor, please refer to Department Order number 11, series of claim D17. That is the inclusion of the minimum material testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Please also, remind you also that the minimum material testing equipment requirement shall be on as per contractor basis and not as per project basis. That is, the equipment may be used to service several ongoing projects of the contractors.
Okay, thank you, Sir Bernard. So from our prospective bidders, may questions po? Or any point of clarification so that we can address it now. Reminder lang po dun sa work performance ng mga contractors natin, particularly those who incurred slippages. So this is the common ground for disqualification. If you incurred slippage of 15% in a single contract or 10% of this 10% in several ongoing contracts. And if there is likewise an imposed liquidated damages in your ongoing contracts, that is a ground for disqualification. Isa rin po na hindi masyado napapansin is yung sa equipment, you fail to include proof of ownership or if it is for under lease, or failure to include the location of this equipment, that is ground for disqualification. So the technical working group or any authorized employee of the department will be conducting spot check of these equipment, assuming that you will be the lowest bidder. And in case that one of the equipments will not be present, that is a ground for the automatic disqualification. Okay. Wala na pong question. Members of the BAC and technical working group, wala na po tayong reminder, Ma'am Kim. Contract duration po natin dito.
20
720 calendar days. Okay, this includes yung pre-determined unworkable days. This is to inform our prospective bidder that we need to complete this project within this time frame. Okay, so we have a deadline to bid. And definitely, wala pong problem sa right of way yan. So we cannot use right of way problem as an excuse. In not completing this project before we. Pati po yung bad weather condition, ay doon na po dun sa unworkable days. So our target is to accomplish it within this particular calendar days. The sooner the better. Wala na po question? Okay, yun na. Yes, ma'am.
Reminder on 18 pages per week. Para naman.
Yes, ma'am. Pertaining to the permits, I think we will be assisted by representative from PhilHealth. And sir,
Mr. Chair, the architect right out with that. So any clarification from the prospective users we can do now. Event on the body.
okay, thank you, sir. So, we might as well utilize the time of architect Aristide from our planning and design division, President Sir Edwin. May gusto tayong i-raise na question na possibly could be the subject of issue that later on from our prospective leaders. Kasi may mga leaders na hindi pa nila na-review, I think, at this point in time, yung plano, most likely. So, baka lang may gusto tayong raise to be addressed by Architect Harrison. On behalf of our prospective leaders na rin.
Well, sir, we had a meeting 1 week before this trending contract. And only a minor issue were discussed. Ang napag-discussan is, yung mga kulang na dokumento naman I think all the documents well, not our portion. Around the but still territory kasi hindi lang naman ito. So, para sa mga prospective leaders, the 220 million is just to complete the building except for furniture. And then we also require the architect, the group of architects, and business. Already, nila yung standard size na so, ibigay natin sa agad. And ito sa Sirakan, yung plan na
Yung standard size na plano. Okay. Amit.
Supervisors, the implementation permit will allow only up to 10% variation or fraction.
Okay, so the 10% variation order, ma'am, will is limited only to the contract amount. Hindi po yung size.
But not to exceed the limit.
Okay. So, other than that, may questions pa po? Wala na. Okay, yung mga point of clarification, assuming na meron kayong nakaligtaan, you can always write up the procuring entity until or much better po na siguro weeks before the scheduled opening of it. Kung makita namin may kailangan palitan, we will issue the main bulletin. But if not, we will push through as discussed. Yes, sir.
Additional pa sir kasi na-discuss din namin noon during the meeting the importance of this meeting kasi affected siya ng almost last with the experience na-question na rin namin kayo even general the sign but nakita natin yung assurance that they have similar projects in concept. Kasi almost last full year, and then you but still we are requiring the public the updated para ma-informan po yung mga prospective viewers na yung building natin mostly yung upper class, and then we have a chimney sa taas na may cover. So from dyan sa malakas na hangin, pero nabibigyan naman sa assurance architect master na well naman daw yung design. Cleaning out lang namin during last week, during the meeting para mas-update out yung market ganyan. Kasi nga sa Tumigiraw, we are prone to typhoon na malalakas. And then, for the prospective bidder, for your information, yung mga finishing niyan is medyo naiba, mas mataas na ng konti kaysa sa mga natural na natin. Kaya mga tile, yung electrical and mechanical system. So yun dapat ang tingnan natin doon sa pag-review ng plano. So yun, binigyan na natin.
Okay, reminders na po sa ating mga prospective bidders, no? And since the materials to be used here is typical, at medyo advanced po yung sir. So I think the availability of these materials should not be a problem. So the moment you join the meeting, if you are going to participate, that will not be an excuse during project implementation na hindi available ito, then you will be requesting for like different quality or different type of materials. So that will not be an excuse, no? So I would suggest that as early as now, so after itong private po natin, you check the materials to be used. Medyo yung availability, baka may gusto ko yung baka may mas maganda yung proposal, and you write as sulatan niyo po kami so that we can make the proper siguro amendments if it is required. Kasi baka mamaya magulat kayo, yung typical materials lang yung kayang available sa market. Then later on, that will be an excuse that would cause delay in the completion of the project. Okay, wala na po. Sige. From the field, sir, may questions pa ba tayo? Wala na. Wala na po. Okay. So, thank you sir for your time. Okay, and we will once again see each other during this scheduled momentum video. Sir, kunin lang namin yung name of the assigned technical review so that we can include the name and the invitation.
Sir, we will just be waiting on the central office from the head office. I was there last Friday anyway, and pakasyon dapat. Kahit ang may sakit po ako, nandito po yung po.
Well appreciated po yung ano yun.
Sir, thank you so much for your time, for having us. Dr. Thank you, yeah.
Okay, let's continue. The presentations made by Attorney Quinn, that is of course applicable to the next nine contracts to be procured. So we will just proceed in the presentation of the contract data for the next 9 civil works. May I request Sir Larry, please recognize our prospective bidders, additional prospective bidders.
Okay, so for, may I just acknowledge the representatives of contractors for 24B0001, 20B0002, 24B0003, and 24B0004. So for 24B0001, we have Mardev Construction and Development Corporation, represented by Engineer Wilson Almasan. For 24B0002, also from Mardev Construction and Development Corporation, Engineer Wilson C. Almasan. For 24B0003, again from Mardev Construction and Development Corporation, Engineer Wilson C. Almasan. From Gaputan Construction Incorporated, represented by Ms. Josephine De La Cruz. From A. Deguilla Construction, represented by Ms. Precious Ancheta. And for contract ID 24B0004, from NTL Builders and Developer, Ma'am Merlina, from Merlina. From A. Deguilla Construction Development Corporation, Ms. Lingling Ostonal. And from Mardev Construction and Development Corporation, Engineer Wilson C. Almasan. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair.
Okay, thank you, Sir David. So, the representative of our prospective bidders, magandang po ako sa So, we now proceed. So, for the information of the body, this is now the private conference for our 2024 civil works projects under EPA, Early Procurement Activity. So to give us the details of the first, may request Sir Belong to discuss contract ID 24B 0001, 2, and 3.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. Afternoon to everybody. Okay, for the contract data of contract ID number 24B001, ensured safe and reliable national road system, network development, construction of bypass and reduction road, Kawayan City, bypass road, Kawayan City, Sabila. Implementing office, DP Regional Office number 2. Funding source is DPWH fiscal year 2024 GAA with a PC of 48,250,000. For the scope of works, the provision of other general requirements with the provision of project billboards, signboards, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, environmental management and monitoring. For scope of works, under civil works component, we have excavation and mountain works, subgrade preparation, aggregate of these scores, construction of 9-meter thick PCCP, construction of reinforced concrete retaining wall, installation of 910 mm diameter pipe culverts class 4 RCPC, installation of regulatory traffic and chevron signs, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white and yellow. For contract duration, we have the total contract duration of 160 calendar days, with a net working days of 180 calendar days, predetermined workable days of 11 calendar days, and Sundays and holidays of 31. For pickup license, it's required the size range at least medium A. For SLCCP, bidders should have completed the contract and major category of works with the construction cost of at least 50% of the APC, equivalent to 24,250,000 pesos of the contract fee. Okay, for major category of work, where the road construction and the similar category of work with road rehabilitation, PCCP, and road construction area, PCCP. We have a qualifier, the contractor must have completed the project with at least 1,200 cubic meter of reinforced concrete retaining wall. For work experience requirements for the key personnel, the project manager must have 5 years of total work experience, same position, and 3 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For project engineer, we have also 5 years of total work experience, same position, and 3 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For materials engineer, he should be accredited materials engineer 1. For quantity engineer surveyor, at least 3 minimum years of total work experience in position and 2 minimum years of similar experience, same position. Format, 5 years, 5 minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 3 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For safety officer, should be accredited by Procurement. For pollution control officer, certificate of training should be issued by PMB recognized organization. Now, materials engineer assignment must be in compliance to the Department Order 90 series of 2016. Revised guidelines and the accreditation of contractors and materials. For minimum major equipment requirement, is to the contractor capacity of 12 cubic yard, 1 backhoe solar to 20 LC3, 1 paper factor with a capacity of 40 to 500 feet, and 1 water truck or with pump with a capacity of 16,000 liters, and 1 motorized road grader is 710, 1 laboratory roller with a capacity of 10 metric ton, and 4 transit mixer with a capacity of 56 cubic yard 5 resistor DPR kits, and 2 concrete vibrator, 2 concrete box plant, and 1 concrete box plant, I should say, 1 payloader with a capacity of 1.5 cubic meters, and 1 concrete spreader, 1 concrete. For minimum major requirement was to have 1 bucket, with a 25 mm maximum rebar weight and weight for the single phase, and 1 joint sealer gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle, carbon depth, with 32 mm max rebar diameter, 3 pins, and 1 carbon service bar with a capacity of 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 Margaret mixer with a capacity of 4 to 6 cubic foot per minute, and 1 carbon service truck with a capacity of 2 to 5 metric ton, 1 potato machine, 1 kneading machine. These of materials equipment should be in accordance with PO11 series of 2017. Mr. Chair, that's all for 20B, please for the 001.
Okay, any question? Mr. Bernard? Prospective leaders? Wala po. No question? Okay.
Sir, I'm going back to the scope of work. You can see here that installation of regulatory, traffic, and chevron signs. Nasa plan na namin, naka-indicate na doon sa plan specification ng klase ng regulatory road signs na ilalagay natin. Ito yung aluminum ang dapat ilagay na parang may reflectorized shading with certain thickness. And then doon sa application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking, white and yellow, naging findings po ng PQS doon sa last na namin sa coordination meeting with the PQS na ang nakikita daw nila is parang we just using plain paint without the black paint. Wala lang yung black paint, so hindi na siya reflectorized. That's just plain paint. So, actually, dun sa ating specification, yung mixture yun is 0.5 kilo of plastic is to 1 liter of paint. Yun dapat ang mixture. Yun lang po ang
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Chief. Meron pa pong ibang question?
Sir, therefore, clarification, sir, with regards to the materials engineer, I think we have the 0111 series of 2018. Mas, ano to, sir? Swap. Yung with regards to assignment, yung number of projects to be elected. The 0111 series 2018.
Okay, so thank you, Sir Joel, for that. So we have the updated department order for materials engineer, so we might as well update yung project requirements natin. Okay, so wala na tayong questions. Yes, sir?
Regarding po sa qualifier, kasi meron ko nakita na issue for magagawa ng 1,000 are you referring to only one project? Sir? 1,000 cubic meters of the retaining wall.
Okay, any comment from our members, technical? So ang question po, are we requiring this, does it pertain to only one project or cumulative projects? Yung 1,200,
Yung mga people kasi experience na.
Sir David, what's your comment about this? So So according to Sir Belong, this is cumulative. Sir, anong natin yan? Typical na
Well, taking from the text of the qualifier, the contractor must have completed the project.
Okay?
Sir,
Sige, sir.
very rare naman po sa medium A na gagawa 1,000 po. Sa medium A lang, tapos sa medyo mabigat to 1,000 dollars. Even sa isang project.
Okay, so we check the major category of work. CP roads, construction, PCCP. Actually, yung qualifier, that is just an additional eligibility requirements imposed on the contractor. So this is being set by the office. So that's why i-final po natin if interpretation of this qualifier is does it pertain to one contract only as presented kasi nakalagay completed a project, or we are going to change it, we revise it in such a way that this pertains to several projects, for as long as the cumulative amount is equal or more than 1,200 cubic meter of reinforced concrete related. Okay, diba?
Kasi yung single project na 1,000, every I don't know, every project may quantity of 1,200.
So we have two options here, in fact three. The first one is we maintain this because we are the one who is imposing the requirement. The second is we reduce it instead of 1 to 1,200, we reduce it. Or the third option would be we change the interpretation that this does not pertain to a single project but several projects. So alin po dun sa tatlo? We maintain, we reduce, or this pertain to several projects.
Mr. Chair, I suggest that this will be changed to several projects.
Any comment from the other members of the panel? Sir Bernard, Ma'am Cecil, Ma'am Rose. Tayo naman po ang mag-set niya. Actually, tayo nag-set dun sa qualifier, no? Sabi ko nga, that is just an additional eligibility requirement, additional work experience, specific work experience. Now, we can change it. Hindi, yung ano po natin dito, yung point of clarification is, kaya natin siya dinagay kasi we are requiring para this specific type of experience from the contractor. So, sabi ko nga, kung meron namang rationale for that requirement, we can stick to that. Or, we can reduce it. Or, ang interpretation niya is several projects. Kasi yung pag binasa mo kasi yan, since our chairman is chairwoman is not around, we might as well discuss it with her. No? So I think, okay. So ganun na lang po, no? Anytime this week, we will be issuing notice if we are going to change this. At least na-read po natin. So, we cannot decide it now. Okay. May tanong pa po ba? Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, we go back to the minimum requirements.
Sige po.
So, with
Implement.
doon po sa pag-host solar 20 to 20. So, the emphasis is model ng DUSA. Can we be more specific kung di capacity na lang? Kasi later on, magkakandak kami ng equipment verification. Ang hahanapin na is DUSA to 20.
So, ang sinasabi niyo, sir, is yung 20 MC-3 is the plan. Inanusa.
Model.
Okay.
So, hindi sila pwedeng magagamit.
Ng iba. Hindi, actually tayo nga nag-set niya. So, if we are going to change this, sige, Sir Pet, anong recommendation niyo? So, with
Bali, ang gawin na lang natin yan, sir, is yung capacity ng excavator ng bago ilagay natin. Ilang cubic ang capacity. Huwag na lang yung solar 220.
So, back po, sige, then,
Capacity na lang, sir.
okay, then mo yung solar 220 LC plus 3, then ilang capacity, sir? Ano may suggest?
Ang capacity kasi niya is 0.8 cubic meter.
What do you suggest? Anong bilang capacity for this type of water?
Pwede na rin ito ng pagkakita. 0.8.
Cubic meter.
Yan. Hindi yung regulatory roller, model din yan.
Same instrument authorized rate.
I-delete mo lang yung model niya. Kasi meron naman siya ang capacity.
Sir Pets, yung solar 220 MC-3, ang capacity niya is 40.
0.8.
Okay, so ginamit daw kasi yan sa programming, so sabihin, that's the minimum. Tagalin na lang natin yung plan. And for laboratory roller, brand din yung SD1100 BD. Tama po ba?
Yes, sir.
So we believe that ilagay natin yung what is the capacity of this. 10 metric tons, yun din?
Yes, sir.
Yan, sir. Ito, sir.
Yung laboratory roller, 10 din yan, 10.
Yung SD180
Kung ano yung equivalent niya yan, yun, as to capacity, yun na naman natin. Tagalin lang natin yung plastic. Okay? Parehas na din sa motorized road grader. We remove the code, ilagay natin yung capacity of that.
Payloader din.
Payloader.
Yung payloader pa, LSEP. Wala na po ba? Wala na? So, sir, so we will be issuing the necessary bill bulletin for this. Okay, so, sir, any other question? Wala na po? Okay, wala na. Sige, we proceed to the second, Sir Ben.
Okay, for D000, it should say reliable national road system. Network development, construction, construction road, Hawaiian city manufacturing, circular located, Hawaiian City Isabela. Implementing office, it will evaluate the General Office number 2, Consensor, GAA 2024, fiscal year 2024, with an ABC of 149,575,000. For the scope of work, we have the provision of facilities for the engineer, provision of combined field notice for the living quarters building for the engineer, rental basis, provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer, operation and maintenance of temporary field office, laboratory and living quarters building for the engineer, provision of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer, and day rental basis, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer. For the scope of works, we have provision of other general requirements, provision of private billboards, signboards, provision of operational system and program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, environmental management, and monitoring. For civil works component, we have removal of structures and obstruction, concrete, and excavation and market works, subject preparation, aggregate surface course, construction of PCCP and reinforced with thickness of 0.23 by 0.30 and 0.30 feet. Construction of reinforced concrete retaining walls, slope protection, installation of 910 diameter pipe culverts, class 4 RCPC, installation of warning, regulatory traffic and thermal signs, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement, markings white and yellow. For contract duration, we have a total of 239 calendar days, with predetermined notable days of 16 calendar days, some days and holidays of 44 calendar days, with the working days of 179 calendar days. For pickup license, required pickup license, size range of this medium. For SLCC, bidder should have completed a contract and major category 4 to take construction cost of the system to present dates. With an amount of 74,787,500 contract. For major category 4, we have RCC roads, construction of PCCP. Similar categories of work, roads, rehabilitation, PCCP, and road construction, and PCCP. We have again a qualifier. Contractor must have completed the project with at least 2,100 cubic meters of concrete retaining wall. Project requirement. Work experience requirements for the key personnel, for project manager, at least 5 minimum years of total work experience in position and 3 minimum years of civil experience in position. Project engineer, 5 minimum years of total work experience in position and 3 minimum years of similar experience in position. Materials engineer should be accredited NE1. Quantity surveyor or quantity engineer, at least 3 minimum years of total work experience in position and 2 minimum years of similar experience in position. For foreman, 5 minimum years of total work experience in position and 3 minimum years of similar experience in position. Safety officer should be accredited by NODE, pollution control officer. There should be a certificate of training issued by the EMD. No, materials engineer assignment will be compliant to DPWS 098 Price guidelines, recommendation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer. For minimum equipment requirement, we have at least 2 manufacturers with capacity, 1 payloader, 1.5 cubic feet
there to 1.95 cubic capacity bulldozer, the D1175, one motorized pump grader, one roller roller, one water truck, water pump, one capacity of 1,000 liters. Plastic mixer, four with a capacity of 5 to 6 cubic yards. Two concrete vibrator, one concrete hatch plant, one joint seal, gas or diesel driven atom called spray nozzle, one bagger mixer with a capacity of 46 cubic per meter. One bagger with a size of 25 mm maximum rebar, drill for casing. For minimum major equipment requirement, one generator hammer with a capacity of 72.23 inch power, horsepower I should say, one back to solar 20 LCT, one cargo service truck with a capacity of 500 tons, one cargo service truck with a capacity of 9 to 10 metric tons, one back bender, 25 millimeter of three-phase, and one concrete stringer, one concrete stringer. This specific equipment should be in accordance with the series of supervised state that's all for contract ID number 840-002.
Okay. Any question? Same. Same qualifier?
Yes, clarification there. Project ID number 1 just continuing. Because the location is the same location and the class
Sir, this project is Luna Science. Luna Science po ito. And then the other one, yung Kawayan City, that's Kawayan City side. Luna Science, that's Kawayan side. That's boundary ng highway na Kawayan sa Matwan.
Okay na. Okay, as to the provision of the service vehicle, this is brand new. 4x2 brand new pickup. Service vehicle for the engineer on bill rental basis.
Pwede ba natin maging specific tayo na brand siya? Compliance to be on
Doon sa paupa, naka-indicate yung brand new. Safety. Okay, so we will just include the word brand new. So for this particular contract, including the other contracts that requires the provision of service vehicle, we include the word brand new. Brand new latest model, this model stock. Latest model.
Mr. Chair, B03 series of 2010 red lights on the acquisition of motor vehicles for use in infrastructure projects commission under section 1.7. Whatever mode of acquisition is used, the vehicles to be purchased or rented shall be brand new, possibly latest model, and locally manufactured to save on import taxes, support local industries, and for sustainability of original parts. And 1.8, yung ipoprovide kasi na service vehicle, ang EMD magkakandak ng pre and post inspection. So yun yung magiging pages natin dun sa
Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, ang dito pala sa lupa niya. So, nasa lupa niya, brand new for buying to pick up either this 4-door, 5-seater, or its equivalent. FTO registration for 3 years.
Okay. At least may plan mo na. Kaya, the only problem doon sa DO, doon sa nabasa ni Bong kanina is locally manufactured. Due to the availability of parts, most likely, wala tayong locally manufactured na service. Meron sa mga hindi up to sir. Pero sabi naman, possibly. Okay, so we now proceed to the third.
Okay, for next project.
Sir, my videos, presented by the board regarding demo.
Okay. For next contract ID, number is 24B0003. Project name is should say reliable national road system required in the construction of bypass road. Work done by Basweb certification, identification is Porno, Sumena. Limiting office is the regional office number 2. And the resort is W8, fiscal year 2024. And the ABC is 98,550,655. For the scope of works, we have the provision of facilities of the engineer. That is the provision of combined field office, tutorial building for the engineer and LPC. Provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, and appliances on the field office for the engineer, operation and maintenance of the field office for tutorial building for the engineer, and provision of mobile to pick up type service vehicle for the engineer and bill and application, and operation and maintenance of mobile to pick up type service vehicle for the engineer. We have the provision of other general requirements, provision of project report, signboards, operational safety and program, traffic management, organization, environmental management, and for civil work component, we have the works, preparation of the needs of these scores, construction of the point CBC, meter and point 30 meters deep, construction of reinforced concrete retaining wall, construction of grouted brick blocks. 8. Protection, construction of curb and gutter, installation of and planning and fitting, I should say, of metal tip concrete, including posts and metal tip and this bulldogs. Installation of warning regulatory guide or information, traffic management, traffic and on site. Application of reflectorized thermoplastic paint and markings, white and yellow. Provision of soft scale and hard provision of paintboards of pedestal for configuration, we have a total configuration of 210 calendar days with the
net working days of 156 calendar days to determine unworkable days of 240 calendar days and days and holidays of 40 calendar days. For pickup license, required pickup license is a size based on what is new remain. SLCC, bidder should have completed the contract on major category work with the construction cost of at least 50% of the EPC, with an amount of 49,175,312.5 of the contract to the for major category work with roads, construction PCCP, roads rehabilitation PCCP, roads, construction tunnel PCCP. For works experience requirements for the personnel, project manager, 5 minimum years of total work experience, same position, 3 minimum years similar experience, same position. Project engineer, 5 minimum years of total work experience, same position, 3 minimum years of similar experience, same position. Direct engineer should be accredited materials engineer 1. For quantity engineer, also surveyor, 3 minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 2 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For foreman, 5 minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 3 years of similar experience, same position. Deputy officer should be accredited by Coordinate, Commission Control Officer, should have a certificate of training issued by EMD. Now, materials engineer 7 must be in compliance with PO98 series of 2016. Minimum major equipment requirements for compressor 1, payloader 1 with a capacity of 1.5 meter to 1.95 meter, and tractor 1, authorized road graders, laboratory 1. The capacity of 10 metric tons. Water bowl or frac 1. The capacity of 15,000 liters. Francis mixer 4. The capacity of 5 to 6 cubic yards. Concrete vibrator 2. Concrete backslant 1. Concrete spreader 1. Concrete saw 1. Backcutter 1. 25 maximum consider gas or diesel delivered part of coal spray handle 1, capital discount 1 with a capacity of 9 to 10 and 100 with a capacity of 46 foot per minute. Authorized for grader 1. List of materials testing equipment should be in accordance with PO11. Series of 2017. Mr. Vice Chair, does that all for 24B?
Receiving comment, I think, for the amendments.
Yes, sir. We will delete the models of each equipment. Because as what my distant EMD chief said, we might be looking for that particular equipment where we conduct the equipment verification. Supposing they will show us that particular equipment. So it will be a burden on their part. So much better for us to remove the model, provided the said equipment will be the same model will be available.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Max.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Relative to the equipment. For example, we have the lunch mixer. Now the requirement is 4 units of that 5.65 to 6 cubic yards. Now instead of 4 units, we have 3 units only. 3 units only of 9 to 10 cubic meters. Mas malaki yun. Pero ang requirement is 4 of these small transit mixers. And for example, we have 3 of the big mixers, which is bigger in capacity. Yung cumulative na yung total na mas malaki kasi dyan. Are you going to consider that 3 units of transit mixer in lieu of apat na
Okay. Sir Max.
As per requirement, requirement. Kasi number lang. Yun naman natin.
So, 4 is better than 3 na. Ito yung ibig sabihin.
3 is better than 4. 3 is better than 4. Wala na kasi ganun sa delivery.
Wala na. Yung alisin lang kami, parang hindi nyo kuha pa rin ng maliit. Parang yung reserve mayor of agent na yan. Ginagamit na natin.
9 to 10 na.
9 to 10 lang, ginagamit natin yan. Wala naman masyado sa mali.
Actually, ang nag-program kasi niya is the planning division. So, we could possibly change that. Basta kung ano sabihin ng project proponent.
Okay. So, yung propose nila is you decrease the quantity but you increase the capacity.
Kasi pwede naman sa yung tatlong after 10, di ba? Or 5, 6. Or 5, 6.
If that is the required number, that is the one we need.
Maybe,
Maybe I said
Pero ma'am, yung what they are proposing is baka lang we might reconsider. So, if ever that, kasi definitely, if we say no, we stick to that. But if there is a chance for us to reconsider, advantageous on the part of the contractor, pero it might as well be advantageous on the part of the office. So, if we are going to change this, what is the proposal?
sir, will sabi per se cost analysis kasi yung 10 cubic pa naman yung rental niya.
Sige, ma'am. At least we take note of this.
Dapat si contractor na mag-shoulder ng to. Dapat kung hindi na yun, hindi nila pag-yun eh. Ang plastic pick na hindi nila red, kasi pag nireg mo yan, talo ka.
Talo po. Okay.
It's always the own.
So, we will, the planning and design division will be reconsidering this. Depending on the cost analysis.
So, di ba?
6 times 4 is 24.
Buti na lang, ma'am and sir, nandito kayo kasi kung wala kayo, we will be sticking with this. So, I just go. Okay, so, any other question? Meron ba po? Yes, yes.
Yung pagka-sir, not necessarily single face, nakakatuwa na yung single face. Yung pagka-sir, basta kaya pumunta ng 25 ppm. Meron naman single face, meron naman
May termino pa nga ako, pero
three face. Yung single face, hanapin single face, at yung sa meron sa amin, nakakaputol din ang parehas. So, yung capacity, 25 ppm maximum.
minimum lang naman yan. Kaya,
hindi po,
Yung face kasi po, single.
wala pong single face kasi ng atin. 3 face po lahat yan. Hindi po, wala pong bartender na electric single face. Usually po yan, 3 face po yan kasi sa ano namin, sa logistics. 3 face po lahat yan.
Mas maganda po pag yung yan ang naka-program, pero yung i-produce nyo yung mas marami.
Hindi po mas mataas yan kasi ang kuryente, pag sinabing single face, isa lang yung ganyan. Pag sinabing single face, tapos yung light. Dalawa, positive negative. Pero yung nakakita, saka mas matipid sa kuryente kasi sa three face. Yes po.
Mas matipid yung 3 page.
Yes po.
Kaya din ang ginagawa ng mga contractor.
Hindi lang.
Sabagay, regardless naman ng face yan.
Dapat actually yun.
Provided, kaya tutulin yung
Oo,
design
yes sir. Yun yung point.
Okay, so meron pa po ba? Wala na? Pero yung minimum ni personal po, hindi po kami pwede magbawas. Baka mag-request ka na. Okay, we proceed to the next contract. Manatay the 24-004 until 6 to be presented by Sir Bernard.
Thank you, Vice Chair. But before I will read the details of the contract, allow me first to give you reminders to all contractor regarding Department Order Number 2, Series of 2013. Especially for those projects or PCCP reported 50 million and above. The subject of the Department Order is Amendment Department Order Number 1, Series of 2012, on the use of slip form paper in concrete pavement construction. Along with this, to further improve the quality and riding surface of the completed pavement, the requirement of the use of slip form paper is hereby amended, effective July 1, 2013. The use of slip form paper with built-in or separate mechanical surface tissue finisher shall be required for projects whose cost of item 311 Portland cement concrete pavement is 50 million and above, henceforth manual grooming shall not be allowed. Except for the above amendment, the other provisions of Department Order Number 219 series of 2000 shall remain in force. This Department Order Number 2 series of 2013 is in preparation for Department Order Number 47 series of 2015. That is international update. So to continue.
So if customers will be required to use certificate from paper, are we going to include that equipment verification? Eh, hindi naman nakasama sa...
Kaya meron dapat hindi natin natin yung Department Order Number.
And one more is, hindi nakasama yung equipment. So, how will
If the test record has continue, we should include it dun sa posting din.
may mga ongoing projects natin na more than 15 trying to be kaya naging problema yung international hindi natin mapay
Kaya highlight for us to follow the policy of this party. Okay.
Sir, before you proceed, Chief, what's your take on that?
Yung item na CCTV lang na 15 na above, yun ang may quantity.
Pero dito sa mga present natin, starting from number 2 hanggang starting from number 1 hanggang number 10, ilan din makikita? So, ibig sabihin, majority. So, what's the effect mo if we will not?
Wala na.
Okay, so thank you for that, Mr. Bernard. So we will still proceed with the levy, but we discuss this matter with, okay. Okay. Okay, sir, please proceed. Tayo summarize it na lang din para mabilis.
Hindi lang yung pa ito, kung ano na naman is important na natin yung contract ID number sa contract ID number is 24P0004. The project name construction of bypass and diversion roads in Jagos with the DBC of 145,775,000 pesos only. The scope of work is the provision of combined field office, laboratory, and living quarters building for engineers on a rental basis. Provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for engineers. Operation and maintenance of temporary field office, laboratory, and living quarters building for the engineers. Provision of 452 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on pay rental basis. Operation and maintenance of 452 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer. Provision of other general requirements such as provision of project billboards, signboards, occupational safety, and non-program. For civil works, removal of solid structures, obstruction of 0.23 meters thick ECCP, excavation works, subgrade preparation, aggregate surface course, polymers, stabilized surface course, construction of PCCP, and reinforce of 0.23 meters and 0.3 meters thickness. Construction of reinforced concrete parapet, including painting, installation of warning, regulatory traffic, and general signs. The contract duration is for networking days, 179 calendar days. Predetermined unworkable days is 60 calendar days. For Sundays and holidays is 45 calendar days for a total of 240 calendar days. The required pickup license is at least May of 8. For SLCC, bidder should have completed a contract of major particular works with construction cost of at least 50% of the ABC with a total of 72,887,500 of the contract to be bid. Major category of works are CP, roads, construction, and PCCP. For similar categories of works, RRP, roads, rehabilitation, PCCP, RCTP, roads, construction, tunnel, and PCCP. For work experience requirements for the team personnel, for project manager, 5 minimum years of total work experience for same position, and 3 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For project engineer, we have 5 and 3 for the minimum years of similar experience. For materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 1. Quantity engineer, surveyor, 3 for minimum years of total work experience and 2 minimum years of similar experience. For foreman, we have 5 and 3. For safety officer, accredited by DOLE. Pollution control officer, certificate of training issued by an END recognized organization. Note, materials engineer assignment must be compliant to Department Order number 98 series of 2016. Revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractor consultant materials engineers. For minimum major equipment rental, backhoe with breaker, required 1, payloader, 1 required with a capacity of 1.5 cubic meter to 1.95 cubic yard or 1.95 cubic yard. Number 2 dump truck with a capacity of 12 cubic yard, 1 motorized road grader, 1 vibratory roller with a capacity capacity of 10 metric tons. 1 water truck or pump with a capacity of 16,000 liters. 4 transit mixer with a capacity of 6 cubic yard. 2 concrete vibrator. 1 concrete batch plant. 1 concrete shader. 1 concrete saw. 1 bar cabinet with a capacity of 25 millimeter maximum diameter weight for tracing of VOC. 1 joint sealer, gas or diesel driven with arc or cold spray nozzle. 1 backhoe. 1 bar bender with a capacity of 25 mm maximum lever diameter 3 base. 1 cargo service truck with a capacity of 9 to 10 metric ton. 1 cargo mixer 4 to 6 cubic feet minimum. 1 cargo service truck 2 to 5 metric tons. 1 applicator machine, 1 kneading machine. This material equipment in accordance with Department Order number 10 and series of 2017. So that's all Vice Chair.
So we will be changing once again the equipment. Wala namang palipayan doon sa reference. Okay, so no questions? Meron po? Sige, ma'am.
Yun po kasi yung sa ano yung dalawang station po ano, yung isa kasi road opening pa lang. Ma-encounter kasi namin yung nakaraan na road opening. Yun po road right of way. Matatapang po yung mga tao kasi baka naman po pwede ayusin na muna bago mag-mobile. Nangyari na po sa amin ito. Yung engineer namin po na.
Sa tandaan ko sino pong diretsa.
Opo.
Check natin, ma'am. Road opening ka, ma'am.
Dalawang opening mo. Yung po kasi wala.
Sige, check. Actually, ma'am, lahat naman ng road opening talagang gano'n. Medyo mahirap yung sa yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Sir, any final provider, Sir Bernard, yung Oliver Satellite Subway, ito, additional na namin ito sa subway natin. Kailangan po, at naka-indicate po yung construction methodology sa ating plan. So, ano naman, okay.
Okay, then that is likewise a reminder to be assigned project engineer and the material. Okay. Sige, so wala na po question? Agad na director. Lahat po yan, ma'am, lahat ng may right of way yan natin. May right of session.
Reminder po again dun sa unsuitable removal of unsuitable materials. Yung location ng unsuitable is far from yung project. Water. At before, andun din sa ating plan yung requirement na kailangan before maglagay ng estimate survey score. Yes. Pero tatawag sila ng PWC to validate the removal of that. Nasa plan sila po natin.
Okay, so that will be taken up during project implementation. Okay, so that's noted by Sir Bernard and Sir Beno. Again, that's Sir Bernard, please continue.
Next project is contract ID number 24P0005. The construction of meeting links, new roads, Quezon City Boulevard, and economic and approaches to Quezon City, Cagayan. networking office is 80,008. The APC is 149,575,000. For the provision of facilities of the engineer, provide provision of combined field office, laboratory, and living quarters, building for the engineers on a rental basis. Provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, appliances for the field office for the engineers. Operation and maintenance of temporary field office, laboratory, and living quarters, building for the engineers. Provision of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineers on a rental basis. Operation and maintenance of 4x2 pickup type service vehicle for the engineers. For other general requirements, provision of project billboards, signboards, occupational safety and health programs, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, environmental management, and monitoring. For civil work components, construction of footing columns for piers 3, 4, and 5, construction of footing for pier 7, foundation, field, and main concrete works at pier 3 and 4. The contract duration, the networking days equals 246 calendar days, with predetermined and workable days of 21 calendar days. For Sundays and holidays is 60 calendar days, with a total of 327 calendar days. The pickup license requirement is at least medium A. For SLCC, either should have completed a contract on major category of works with a construction scope at least 50% of the ABC, with a total of 74,787,500 of the contract to be paid. Major category of work, bridge construction, concrete superstructure without piles. Similar categories of work, bridge construction, concrete superstructure with driven piles, bridge construction, concrete structure with cast-in-place piles, bridge rehabilitation, concrete superstructure with driven piles, bridge rehabilitation, concrete superstructure with cast-in-place piles, bridge retrofitting, concrete superstructure with driven piles, bridge retrofitting, concrete superstructure with cast-in-place piles, bridge construction, concrete, bridge construction rehabilitation, concrete, bridges construction with port pad, bridges rehabilitation with port pad, bridges rehabilitation retrofitting. Work experience requirements for the key personnel. For project manager, 5 minimum years of total work experience and 3 minimum years of similar experience. For project engineer, 5 minimum years of total experience and 3 minimum years. For materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 1. Quantity engineer or surveyor, 3 minimum years of total work experience and 2 minimum years of similar experience. For foreman, 5 minimum years of total work experience and 3 minimum years of similar experience. The safety officer must be accredited by the authority, and the pollution of control officer must have a certificate of training issued by an EMD recognized organization. Note: the materials engineer assignment must be compliant to Department Order Number 98 Series of 2016. Revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractor consultant. The minimum major equipment requirements is 1 paint compactor, 1 motor truck or pump with a capacity of 60,000 liters, 1 bar cutter with a capacity of 32 mm maximum rebar size, rebar diameter single phase, 1 bar bender with a capacity of 32 mm maximum rebar phase, 1 cargo service truck 9 to 10 metric tons, 1 service crane, roller crane with a capacity of 21 to 25 metric tons, 2 concrete vibrator, 1 roller crane with bagger with a capacity of 36 to 40 metric tons, 1 bagger mixer 4 to 6 cubic foot minimum. List of material sensitive equipment is in accordance with Department Number 11 Series of 27. That's all, 24P. Comment? Let's proceed to the next. Next is the 24P all 0006. Construction of bypass and diversion road Alcala at Peninsula South. Alcala Place Package 1, located at Alcala, Ayan. Implementing office is DPWH Regional Office number 2. With the funding source of DPWH is funding for the early procurement activity with an ABC of 193 million. And its scope of work is the provision of facilities of the engineer, combined field office, laboratory, living quarters, building for the engineers on a rental basis, provision of furniture, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer, operation and maintenance of the temporary field office, laboratory, and living quarters, building for the engineer, provision of 452 pick-up time, service vehicle for the engineer on a rental basis, operation and maintenance of 452 pick-up type service vehicle for the engineer. Other general requirements, the provision of project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, and environmental management and monitoring. For civil work components, is the removal of structures and obstruction. The steel copper dam from calendar year 2023 package. Aggregate surface course for framework and platform. Construction of gravel framework and platform, granular course, Manila. Construction of steel framework and platform. Construction of copper dam, steel at Pier 4. Construction of apartment 8, Pier 3 and 4, 4 miles up to Hopi. Construction of port pipe 1.6 meters diameter and 1.8 meters diameter, including provision of permanent steel casing, 12 mm. Completion of apartment B, coping tubing mold. Conduct of pipe integrity testing, cross wall solid and high strain pipe dynamic testing, and installation of steel bearing devices. The contract duration is, for the net working days is 272 calendar days, for predetermined and workable days is 24 calendar days, and for Sundays and holidays is 70 calendar days with a total of 366 calendar days. The required pickup license is at least Region A. For SLCC, bidders should have completed a contract on major category of works with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ABC, amounting to 96,500,000 pesos only of the contract to be bid. For the eligibility requirements, the category of works is bridges, construction of concrete superstructure with cast in place piles. For similar categories of work, rehabilitation concrete superstructure with cast in place piles, retrofitting concrete superstructure with cast in place piles. Bridge construction with board piles, rehabilitation with board piles, rehabilitation concrete, construction concrete, rehabilitation retrofitting. Qualifiers contractor must have completed a project with at least 1.8 meters diameter post pipe. Project requirements, work experience requirement for key personnel, for project managers, at least 3 minimum years of total work experience and 2 minimum years of similar experience. For project engineer, 5 minimum years of total work experience and 3 minimum years of similar experience. The materials engineer should at least accredited material engineer 2. The quantity engineer of the surveyor must have at minimum 3 minimum years of total work experience and 2 minimum years of similar experience. For foreman, 5 minimum years of total work experience and 3 minimum years of similar experience. The safety officer must be accredited by DOLE, and the pollution control officer must be certified, must have a certificate of training issued by an EMD, the recognized organization. So, not the modular engineer assignment must be compliant to Department Order Number 698, series of 2016. Revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractor construction materials. The minimum major equipment requirements is 1 writing machine and accessories, 1 motorized configurator, 1 microphone encoder with a capacity of 10 metric tons, 1 water truck or pump with a capacity of 16,000 liters, 2 concrete vibrator, 1 roller crane with bucket with a capacity of 36 to 40 metric tons, 1 bagger mixer with a capacity of 4 to 6 cubic feet minimum, 1 bar cutter, 25 mm maximum per bar, 340 single phase, 1 vibro hammer with a capacity of 272.22 horsepower, 1 track mounting crane with a capacity of 41 to 45 metric tons, 1 diesel hammer with a capacity of 7,500 kilograms per meter, 1 drum hammer, 1 cutting outfit, 1 welding machine, electric driven DC output with a capacity of 500 amperes, and 1 drilling rig. 1 roller crane with a capacity of 41 to 45 metric tons, 1 roller crane with a capacity of 1 to 25, capacity of 21 to 25 metric tons, 1 generator set with a capacity of 300 kilowatt to 375 kilowatt, 1 bentonite bin, 1 bentonite mixer, 1 water pump with a capacity of 100 mm suction at 7.5 horsepower, 1 bar cutter with a capacity of 32 mm maximum lever diameter, single phase, 1 bar bender with a capacity of 32 mm maximum lever diameter, 3 phase, 1 generator set with a capacity of 900 kilowatt by 1,121 kilowatt hour, 1 cargo service truck, 9 to 10 metric tons, 1 training pipe set, 1 SPT and sanding machine, 1 portable breaker, 1 air compressor with a capacity of 126 to 160 cubic feet per meter, 1 tower light, 1 portable breaker. 1 welding machine, gas, diesel driven with a capacity of 500 amperes, 1 fire integrity testing accessories includes professional fees and structural engineering reports, 1 dynamic fire testing includes professional fee of structural engineering and reports, 1 truck hammer with accessories, and last but not the least, 1 air compressor with fusion hammer. This particular set of equipment is in accordance with Department Order Series, Department Order 11 Series of 2017. That's all, Vice Chair for contract item number 2014 of the Okay. Wala po comment. Exhausted tayo ata na.
Mr. Chair, maybe we could specify the capacity of the drilling rig, 1.6 diameter meter. So 1.2
Particular na.
drilling rig for use for the boring of the core pipe.
Okay, capacity would be
1.6 meter to 1.8 meter diameter.
yes, okay, natin.
Based on the construction of the core pipe. So 1.8.
Diameter yan.
Mark mo na lang, Mark. Okay, so let's proceed to the last 3. Actually, last 3. So upon that, I did 4P0009, and then it will be presented by Ma'am Rose, and the last one, 4P0011, will be presented by Ma'am Chi.
number 24, 00009. The project name is Ensure Safe and Reliable National System Asset Conservation, Preventive Maintenance, Primary Road, the Maharashtra. 80399 plus 008 to 80400 plus 009, 80405 plus 885 to 80406 plus 340, 80439 plus 000 to 80439 plus 557, 80444 plus 230 to 80447 plus 200, 80447 plus 720 to 80448 plus 76, 80411 plus 000 to 80452 plus 942.5. Location is in Ilagan City, Sabagan, and San Pablo, Isabela. It is implemented by DPWH Regional Office Number 2. It is under DPWH FY 2024 GAA with an ATC of 213,424,225 pesos. For the scope of work, provision of facilities of the engineer, provision of combined field office, laboratory and living quarters building for the engineer on rental basis, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment and appliances for the field office for the engineer, operation and maintenance of temporary field office, laboratory and living quarters building for the engineer, provision of 4x2 pick-up site service medical for the engineer on rental basis, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pick-up site service medical for the engineer. For the provision of other general requirements, provision of project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, environmental management and monitoring. For the civil works component, we have the removal of actual structures, obstructions, with the thickness of 0.23 meter PCCP, excavation works, subbase preparation, aggregate subbase course, polymer stabilized subbase, base surface works, application of emulsified asphalt, bituminous concrete surface, wearing course, has laid, with thickness of 50 mm, bituminous concrete surface liner course, has laid, with a thickness of 50 mm, construction of PCCP with a thickness of 0.30 meter, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white and yellow, provision of reflectorized thermoplastic rumble strips. For the contract duration, we have a total of 198 calendar days, witness 14 days, 145, predetermined and workable days, 14, Sundays and holidays, 39. For the pickup license, we have the size range of at least 50. For the SLCP, leaders should have completed a contract on major category of work with a construction scope of at least 50% of the ABC, amounting to 106,712,112 pesos and 50 centavos of the contract to be bid. For the major category of work, roads, construction, asphalt. For similar categories of work, roads, rehabilitation, asphalt. For the project requirements, work experience requirements for the key personnel. For project manager, 5 minimum years of total work experience, same position, 3 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For project engineer, 5 minimum years of total work experience, same position, 3 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 2. For quality engineer or surveyor, we have 3 minimum years of total work experience, same position, 2 minimum years of similar experience, same 4 months, 5 minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 3 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For safety officer, must be accredited by DOLE. For pollution control officer, must have a certificate of training issued by a DNB recognized organization. The materials engineer assignment must be compliant to DPWH-CO 98 series of 2016, the revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineers. For the minimum major equipment requirement, 3 dump trucks with 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 payloader, LF80, that's 2C, with 1.5 cubic meter to 1.95 cubic yard capacity, 1 bulldozer, 1 motorized road grader, 1 vibratory roller with 10 metric ton capacity, 1 water truck or water pump with 16,000 liter capacity, 4 transit mixer with 5 to 6 cubic yard capacity, 2 concrete vibrator, 1 concrete batch plant, 1 concrete spreader, 1 bamboo solar, 1 bar cutter with 25 mm maximum rebar diameter with 40 single phase capacity. Then 1 joint sealer, gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle. 1 backhoe with breaker solar. 1 asphalt distributor with 5 ton capacity. 1 power boom. 1 asphalt paver. 1 pneumatic tire roller. 9 WHL. 9 by 20 4 PR capacity, 1 cargo service truck with 2 to 5 metric ton capacity, 1 applicator machine, 1 milling machine. The list of material testing equipment must be in accordance with CO 11 series of 2017. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair, for contract ID 24-0009. And for contract ID number 24-0010, the project name is Ensure Safe and Reliable National System, Asset Preservation, Rehabilitation, Reconstruction, Upgrading of Damaged Paved Roads, Primary Roads, Daang Maharlika, K0395.931 to K0397.098, K0401.820 to K0402.160, K0408.008 to K0409.598, K0409.641 to K0409.853, located in Ilagan, Isabela. The implementing office is the DPWH Regional Office number 2. For the funding source, it is under the FY 2024 GAA with an APC of 144,750,000 pesos. For the scope of works, we have the provision of facilities of the engineer, provision of combined field office, laboratory and living quarters for the engineer on rental basis, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment and appliances for the field office for the engineer, operation and maintenance of temporary field office, laboratory and living quarters for the engineer, provision of 4x2 pick-up site service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis, operation and maintenance of 4x2 pick-up site service vehicle for the engineer. For the provision of other general requirements, with the provision of project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization, environmental management, and monitoring. For civil works components, we have the removal of actual structures obstruction with thickness of 0.23 meter PCCP and a thickness of 0.05 meter ACP. Excavation work, subbase preparation, aggregate subbase course, polymer supply subbase base surface course, application of emulsified asphalt, bituminous concrete surface wearing course, translate with a thickness of 50 mm, bituminous concrete surface binder course, translate with a thickness of 50 mm, construction of PCCP with a thickness of 0.30 meter, application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking, which is white and yellow, provision of reflectorized thermoplastic rambon strips. For the contract duration, we have a net working days of 157, predetermined and workable days 13, Sundays and holidays 38, for a total of 208 calendar days. For the pickup license, size range of at least medium A. For SLCC, leaders should have completed a contract of major category of work with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ABC, amounting to 72,775,000 of the contract to be bid. For the major category of work, roads, construction, asphalt, similar categories of work, roads, rehabilitation, asphalt. For the project requirements, we have the work experience requirements for the team personnel, project manager, 5 minimum years of total work experience in position, 3 minimum years of similar experience in position. For project engineer, 5 minimum years of total work experience in position, 3 minimum years of similar experience in position. For materials engineer, must be accredited materials engineer 1. For quantity engineer or surveyor, 3 minimum years of total work experience in position and 2 minimum years of similar experience in position. For foreman, 5 minimum years of total work experience in position and 3 minimum years of similar experience in position. For safety officer, must be accredited by DOLE. For pollution control officer, must have a certificate of training issued by an EME recognized organization. The materials engineer assignment must be compliant to DPWH E098 series of 2016, revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineers. For the minimum major equipment requirement, it is abstract, it was cubic yard capacity, 1 payloader with 1.5 cubic meter or 1.95 cubic yard capacity, 1 backhoe with sweeper solar, 1 motorized road grader, 1 bulldozer, 1 backhoe solar, 1 vibratory roller with 10 metric ton capacity, 1 water truck or water pump with 16,000 liter capacity, 1 asphalt distributor with 5 ton capacity, 1 power broom, 1 asphalt paper, 1 plastic tire roller, 9 WHL with 9 by 20 40R capacity, 1 tandem steel roller with 11 metric ton capacity, 4 plastic mixer with 5 to 6 cubic yard capacity, 2 concrete vibrator, 1 concrete batch plant, 1 concrete spreader, 1 concrete saw, 1 bar cutter with 25 mm optimum required diameter with 40 single phase capacity, 1 joint sealer gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle, 1 applicator machine, 1 heating machine, 1 cargo or service truck with 2 to 5
bidder capacity. So the list of material testing equipment must be in accordance with GO11 series of 2017. That's all, Mr. Vice Chair, for contract ID 24B00010.
Okay, so wala akong question. Hearing none, so we proceed to the last contract.
So our last contract ID is Red4D00011, the project name is Local Program, National Building Program, Buildings and Other Structures, Multipurpose Facilities, Construction of Multipurpose Buildings at PWA, Regional Office Number 2, Regional City, Cagayan, Phase 1, located in Dalan ng Pagulon, Arctic Sur, City, Cagayan, and implemented by the Regional Office. Its funding source is 2024 GAA with an ATC of 11,430,000. The scope of works are professional facilities of the engineer, provision of progress photographs, provision of other general requirements are permits and clearances, provision of project billboard or signboard, mobilization and demobilization, geotechnical investigation. For the civil works components, we have removal of structures and construction, excavation and embankment work, reinforced concrete work, soil poisoning work, masonry work, provision of aluminum frames, glass doors and windows, provision of wooden panel doors, glazed and synthetic granite tiling works, masonry, concrete and steel painting works, carpentry and joinery works, structural steel and metal roofing works, provision of storm drainage and catch basins, sewer and cold water line works, provision of plumbing fixtures, construction of septic tanks or both made of concrete and PHP, provision of electrical devices and accessories, and provision of ventilating systems. The contract duration is at 272 calendar days, inclusive of the networking days, which is 206 calendar days, predetermined unworkable days of 18 calendar days, and 48 calendar days of static and holidays. For the required legal license, it's a small, case for the SLCC, leaders should have completed a contract on major category of work with the construction cost of at least 50% of the ATC, which is 5,715,000 of the contract. For the eligibility requirements of major category of work, buildings, construction without 5 low-rise concrete frame 1 to 5 stories. For similar categories of work, buildings, construction with 5 high-rise concrete frame casting plate 5. Buildings, construction with 5 low-rise concrete frame casting plate 5. Buildings, construction with 5 high-rise concrete frame 3 and 5. Buildings, construction with 5 low-rise concrete frame 3 and 5. Buildings, construction without 5 high-rise concrete frame. Buildings, industrial plants, low-rise, high-rise, and medium-rise. As to the work experience requirement for the key personnel, for project manager, must have 3 minimum years of total work experience, same position, 2 minimum years of similar experience, same position. For a project engineer, 3 minimum years of total work experience, same position, 2 minimum years of similar experience, same position. The materials engineer must be an accredited materials engineer, and his assignment must be compliant with the PWH 98 of 2016 revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer. For a quality engineer or surveyor, must have at least minimum years of solid work experience, same position, 2 minimum years of similar experience, same position. Foreman, must have at least minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 2 minimum years of similar experience, same position. Safety officer must be accredited by SODE, and the pollution officer must have certificate of training issued by an MEMB recognized organization. For the minimum major equipment requirement, 2 dump trucks of 12 cubic meter capacity, 1 payloader of 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 backhoe, 1 plate compactor of 400 to 500 tons engine capacity, 2 concrete validators, 1 concrete pump, 1 bar sander of 25 mm maximum bar diameter 0 phase capacity, 1 bar bender and 5 mm maximum rebar diameter P phase capacity, 1 batter mixer with a capacity of 46 cubic feet minimum, 1 welding machine gas diesel driven with a 500 ampere capacity, 1 low bed trailer with a capacity of 25 metric tons, 1 cutting outfit, 1 jackhammer, and 1 welding machine electric 3-LED DC output. The list of material testing equipment must be in accordance with DO series of 2017. So that is all.
Between Delft and Jimmy, harap ng laboratory.
Doon sa may DPWH. Dapat yung dati kong DPWH ay bahay ni Kuya. Okay, wala na akong question? Wala. Sige, share lang.
Mr. Pakilagay lang sa eligibility sa may pick-up license. These are for the information of our prospective dealer and body record pick-up license is at least small B. Pero may nakalagay dyan na SFCP na 50% of the ABC of the project will be for contractors possessing pick-up license of small B. No SLCC is required, provided that their key personnel must comply with the years of experience. For contractors possessing pick-up license of medium A and above, then the capacity is necessary.
Okay, so noted. Our technical working group is evaluating on that. Okay, so any other matters to discuss? Let's flash last time we scheduled opening of bids from Mr. Okay. So for the contracts being discussed, the scheduled opening submission of bids would be November 21, 2023 until 10. Okay, and the phase of submission would be at the Procurement Conference Group for the Regional Office 2, Extension Building 2, Regional Government Center, High School, Quezon City, Cagayan. And for electronic submission, you can submit it at electronic-r2@dpwh.gov.ph. Okay? So, any other matters to discuss? Hearing none, any motion for adjournment? Okay, so after the motion, the second net, I now declare this private conference adjourned. So thank you for your patience and what you attended.